Everyone, this is your ITRT Cindy Carney, and today we're going to tour Class Dojo. So when you are ready to visit Class Dojo, you'll need to go to an internet browser of your choice. I like Google Chrome, so I'm going to go with Google Chrome today. I'm going to maximize my screen, and I am going to type in classdojo.com, and it comes up for me. And you'll notice that when you get to the Class Dojo site, if you already have an account and you have saved your password to that particular computer, it will invite you by saying welcome back. If not, the sign up process is fairly simple and free. You just click on that sign up icon in the middle of your screen and then select your role. So if I select teacher, it's going to ask me for my name, first and last name, my email address, and it will invite me to assign a password. After that point, it will ask me for the school location that I work in, and if it's there, it will come up on a list, and if not, it will ask that I add my school. So if you haven't done so already, you may want to take some time to create your accounts. Now I'm going to exit out of this because I already have an account and I've set up a mock account just for this occasion so we can walk through Class Dojo and all of the great resources that are available to you. So I'm going to go ahead and log in, and what you'll notice is it takes you immediately to the Launchpad page, which shows you everything that you can do in Class Dojo. So I'm going to walk step by step. Over here in the top right corner, you'll see your name. When you click on your name, you have a couple options. You can go to your account settings, and you'll notice that here you can add a photo of yourself, you can change your password, you can manage your messaging, you can decide whether or not you want to use it during certain hours. So maybe there's a certain hour out of the day that you will have Class Dojo up and running on your screen, but you want to mute it. You can do that. You can mute the weekend notifications if you add your email or cell phone to your account and you don't want those notifications to pop up. You can mute those notifications by selecting off. You can also change whether or not parents and teachers can make comments on your class stories, which we'll discuss later on. And there are some advanced settings that you have the option of using. If you are interested in deleting your account, that process is very simple, but you would take care of it here in the account settings section. And as always, privacy policies are also available to you under account settings. So I'm going to close out of that and exit out of my account settings. Here is also a place for you to refer a teacher. Perhaps you work in your department, your grade level, and you want everyone on your grade team to have a Class Dojo account together. This is a perfect place for you to refer someone. So you can enter their email addresses and send it, and they will get an email inviting them to create an account. So that's the first section. This middle section just kind of gives you PD resources. And so notice that my name is here. If I've added my photo would appear here. And my role, teacher at Swansboro Elementary School, is there. When I click on PD resources, I get lots of different options. I can download a PD that I can use with the entire school or my grade team to tell them how to use Class Dojo. And so it's really awesome resource, especially for our grade level chairs and maybe even our administrators. You can also get a participation certificate that you can offer to your staff at the end of that particular training, which is really nice. There's a Getting Started handout, which kind of walks you through what this tutorial is all about. and just kind of gives you right on paper the basics of Class Dojo, which is really nice. Okay, and then of course we have our classroom decoration pack, which is a zip folder of lots of different things that you can hang up in your classroom, etc. It just takes a few, maybe a few seconds to download. As you can see, it's downloading here. And then when I go to my downloads, I can click on that folder, and what will pop up are lots of cool things that you can use in your class. So, let's see, here it is. Class Dojo, and I can view my logo that I can add to my own personal website. I can view lots of cool monsters, if you will, things that would brighten up your classroom and make Class Dojo a part of your classroom. So those are the resources that are available to you. As you begin to use Class Dojo on a regular basis with your students, it will unlock certain features like being verified, etc. So let's continue on, and you'll notice that in the middle of your screen you have Swansboro Elementary School. This will be your school that you sign up for. When I click on the settings icon, I also have a place where I can change the school if I choose. This section here is for your classes. Now, what you'll notice when you first sign up is that you will begin with the demo class. And the demo class is really cool because it just kind of gives you an idea of what it will look like with your own class. So you'll see that you have some students here, and you'll have a whole class feature. The same will be the case when you create your class. So let's walk through the different features of the site. So we have attendance, we have select multiple, random, timer, big ideas, and student mode. So when I go to attendance, I am able to take attendance for all of my students. At the bottom is a key. Green means that they're present, red means that they're absent. And there's also a yellow feature, which means that they were late, that you can also use. And those are icons for you to use so that you can keep track of your student attendance. So let's say I want to mark all of my students present. I can do that. And I would go here and click Save Attendance. Okay. Once I've saved attendance, it's there. And I can go back to my classroom and go back to my demo class, and I can see that all of my students are here, but there are no points assigned yet to them. Okay. These are the areas in which they will be assigned points as they continue through the day and as they demonstrate the skills that you are looking for. So after I've taken attendance, there are a couple other features I can use. If I'm interested in selecting several students that I know are doing well, I can maybe select Bradley, Cameron, and Hallie. And when I'm ready to give them feedback, I select Give Feedback. Now there are some positive feedback items that are already there for you, such as helping others, being on task, participating, being persistent, really working on the assigned activity, demonstrating teamwork, working hard, and then you can also edit skills. So when I click Edit Skills, I can add a skill that I really like. Perhaps I will add the skill of showing creativity. And I want to give this a special assignment, so I want to award 2 points every time I see it. And I'm going to click Save. And once I do that, there it is. It pops up as a new skill that I can assign. But I can also assign skills that I need students to be working on, things that I don't necessarily want to see. So I click on Needs Work. And here I can start adding my skills. for example, off task. And maybe I will take away 1 point and I click save. Maybe I will add disrespectful language, profanity, saying things like shut up. And for disrespectful language, I will take away 2 points. And I can add other skills. My recommendation is that you try to keep your positive skills in a greater quantity than your needs work. You really want to focus on those things that really hinder learning for needs work and try to play up the positives. You can also import ones that you've used in your other classes. If you want to repeat the same class again and again, or the same skills for each class, you can do that by selecting the Import From option. Now, once I've done that and I have my new skills, I can exit out of that, and those skills are there for me. So I was going to give feedback to those 3 students. I want to give them all points for showing creativity. And so now you can see that Bradley, Cameron, and Hallie have earned 2 points each, and the class as a whole has earned 6 points. So as you can see, you can kind of set goals for individual students, but also goals for the whole class. Perhaps if the whole class earns 30 points by the end of the day, there is some incentive for them. And so that is the select multiple option that you can use. And you can use that again to assign points and to even take points away. For example, if I am thinking that I really need Cameron and Johnny to stop arguing and stop being disrespectful or speaking to each other in a disrespectful manner, I need them to stop that. I am going to give them feedback, and I'm going to select needs work. I don't want to see the disrespectful language. And it pops up on their screen. So when I am prepared to perhaps use the random feature, perhaps I want to call on a student and I want it to be random, or I want to give them an assigned point, a number of points, but I want it to be a special surprise, I might click on random. And when I do that, it gives me Johnny Depp. He's randomly been chosen, and I look over at Johnny Depp and I really want him to get 1 point for helping others. So he just earned another point for his effort. So that is the random feature. Timer allows you to use your same class demo page or same class dojo page and just add a timer as you're working on activities. So I can do a countdown, and at any given time I can pause it or I can reset it. Or maybe I want to time how much it takes for kids to complete an activity. Maybe I'm working on a PE activity and I want them to do 5 laps around the gym, and I'm ready to start my stopwatch. And it's starting the timer now. So we'll see how long it takes for them to run those laps. So the timer can be a very useful tool. So now I'll exit out of that and go on to big ideas. When I click on big ideas, you'll see that things that have already been kind of vetted for you are listed here. And it's really nice because it gives you things that you might consider using in your own classroom. So under social and emotional learning, there's growth mindset. And I can click on that. And it gives me just a quick video. And we'll go ahead and play the video so you can have an idea of what to expect. But there's usually a video like the one that's being played now. And there's a place for you to discuss and share.
Mojo discovers a secret about his brain. A secret that will change the way he looks at the world forever. Our story begins with Mojo, a friendly monster who loved school, especially math. Until one day, when something terrible happened. The math problems got harder. Nothing made sense anymore. Mojo had a devastating thought. He just wasn't smart enough for school. It seemed the only reasonable thing to do was pack his things and leave forever.
So I'm going to pause our Mojo, and this is a great opportunity for you to begin embedding social and emotional learning with your students. Again, this tool is really set up and designed to, enhance student behavior in the classroom using technology. And so these are just some great tools for you to use in your class. As you can see, the videos are very short. After you would show the students your video, there's a place for you to discuss. And students can respond either maybe in a journal or they can discuss as a class. And so there's some really great tools for you to use to kind of get students thinking about their own emotions and their own behaviors. You can also share the same activity on Class Story so that the students are able to view them and parents are able to view them once they sign up. So once I click share on Class Story, it'll ask me which class I wanted to go to. And so I'm going to click on our demo class, and now it's shared. So I'm going to exit out of that and go back to all episodes, which was the screen that I was on. And you can see there are lots of different activities that you could select. I'm going to follow this board, which means that anytime something is new comes up, it will notify me and let me know. Okay. In this middle screen, we'll give you professional development ideas of how you can use Class Dojo. And I can select on any one of those. And I can start activity. And you can see it gives you step-by-step instructions on how you can present these things to your class. Give them activities to work on in Class Dojo. Give them an opportunity to create their own digital portfolios, etc. And that's just one of the various activities. And so I'm going to also share this on my Class Story in my demo class. And I'll exit out of that and go back to all episodes, go back to home. Tons of resources that are all available to you and are free. So I'm going to go back to the first tab and I'm going to exit out of that. But that section was my big idea section. And again, I can use that with my students. I can share it with parents. I can use it for myself just as professional development to help me think about how I want to present ideas to my students. This last feature is the student mode. And as you can see, there are a couple options you can use. Perhaps you want to go into student mode on this device. Doing so lets students be able to go to your computer and create a post and add it so that the whole class can see it. You as a teacher remain in control, so you're able to approve all posts before they are made live. When you click on class devices, it will also give you an option to print a class code sheet so that students will be able to have their QR code read by any device that has a camera, and they'll be able to easily log into Class Dojo and be able to post. Again, you have complete control in this. You get to approve every post. If you don't approve, it will not go live, which is a really nice feature. So I'll exit out of that. And we will take a look at groups. Now you can see these groups have been set up for Table 1, Table 2, Table 3. You can add additional groups, and all you do is you click the plus sign. And then you would name your group. I want to name this the dinosaur or the dino table. And then I want to add Hallie, Cameron, and Bradley. And now that's going to be my dino table group. When I am ready, I can go to View Reports, and I can quickly see how my whole class is doing. 7 positives, 4 points lost, and I can see what the major issues are. Disrespectful language, a lot of our students are showing creativity, and a lot are helping others. I can do reports based on the whole class, or I can do reports based on just the students. Which is a really nice feature. Here I get to see my connections, this first 2 tabs. This section will allow me to create invites so that parents can also access your Class Dojo page from home and see some of the feedback that you're giving your students. So to do that, you would click on, again, Parent Accounts and click Get Invites. And it will download a PDF file, which will have a letter drafted for each of your students. So the first page is always an instruction page for you, just to remind you how to get parents involved. And then each letter after that is for every student. Halle Berry has a Class Dojo invitation page, and there's information for both the parents to access it from home as well as the students. So I'll close out of that. Okay. I just want to give the students letters. I can do the same thing. And again, it will create a PDF file. And you can see it's downloading here. And again, it's the same sort of letter. So it's a really neat feature to help you get your parents and students involved in their behavior in classes. So those are the basic features of Class Dojo. Awesome resource, awesome tool. We'll just walk through a few more things. So this has been my classroom side of things. I can also click on Stories, and I can see all the things that we shared previously to this class. If you remember, we went to Big Ideas, and we saw this great video of Mojo. And then we also looked at ideas about how to share our stories, how to create digital portfolios. And when I shared it to my demo class, it immediately comes up as a post on our page. So when kids and parents access it at home, this is what they see. They see the class post, and they also get to see only their child's actual behavior, etc. See, you can see Miss Robinson-Carney to Bradley Pitt. I gave him 2 points, and so I know that this is for him. If I was his parent, I would see what the teacher assigned for him, as well as the whole class and all the different things that I shared to the whole class. Under messages is a great way for you to speak directly to parents, directly to students. And again, here's your invitation page. Again, it's the same letter that you saw earlier. And here it will tell you how many parents are actually connected. Once they get connected, their name will appear here. And if they've added a photo, that photo should appear here. So when you're ready to send a message to a parent, you would be able to click on their name, and the message option would appear for you to write them a message. So I'm going to go back to all of my classes and just point out this very useful area at the bottom in case you get stuck or you need additional assistance. This Getting Started section provides you a guide for the first week, it tells you how you want to set it up. And so, for example, your first week, you might play the student video, which just kind of shows kids, you know, what Class Dojo is all about. And I haven't changed my settings on this computer yet, and so that is, let's go ahead and do our browser here. And what I'm doing here is what you may have to do if you're working from the school. To bypass the filter, I need to find a website that will bring up the eyeball cybersecurity site, click login, and then type in my Active Directory credentials and press login. This is the window that I need to keep up. So now I'm going to go back to my website, and I should now be able to play the video.
What makes an amazing classroom? Is it having shiny new desks? Is it that fearless classroom pet in the corner? Or maybe it's something you can't see. Maybe it's about the classroom community you build with students, teachers, and parents. In a classroom where students all work together, persevere through challenges, and help each other out along the way, these moments should never go unnoticed. This year, you'll be using Class Dojo to celebrate those moments in class and share them home. You'll each start with your very own monster. And anytime you show an important skill, like working hard or being creative, your teacher can award you a point on Class Dojo. For those extra exciting moments, your teacher can take a photo or video. Best of all, your parents will get to see all the skills you're building and share in your unforgettable classroom moments. So let's get started. What skills do you want to recognize in your classroom?
So as you can see there, the videos are kind of designed for the students to get excited about this resource. And again, we want to push the positives more so than anything else. We want to think about growing our students and helping them get better step by step. And so these again are just resources that you can use as you get acclimated with it. The second one is just another resource for you, easy ways for you to use Class Dojo, and it's going to walk through some of the things that we've talked about previously in this video. Giving the whole class points for something that they've done together. Maybe they've really did well on a field trip and they all get participation points, and that's one thing that they could all do together and get them really excited about it. We talked about the random feature, using the random button to call on students or to award a surprise point or surprise set of points would be great. You can also do the classroom groups as we discussed earlier in this video. Maybe there are projects, maybe you want to assign the class tables based on your seating chart. Maybe you want to do teams that they've been working on. You can assign as many groups, as many configurations as you like. You can use it to speed up transitions between various activities, pulling out that timer as we talked about, using your stopwatch to get kids motivated to move on in a timely manner. And of course, you can use it to track homework, participation, and attendance. And so at the end of the year, as you're working on your Aspen grade book, you can just kind of go back to Class Dojo and copy and paste those points to your Aspen system. And last but not least, that wonderful timer that we talked about, you can use that during the classroom activities. Kids knowing that kids, when they know that they have a set amount of time, tend to work a lot more efficiently when they can see the timer running down. They know how much time they have left, etc. So I'm going to exit out of that. And this last option allows you to either get the Class Dojo app on your iPhone or Apple product, as well as any Android tablet or device that you may have. And so you're able to pull it out and easily use it even without a computer. So as you can see, lots of great resources here. And I want to invite you to use Class Dojo, try it on, see how it works. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm at CROBINSO, the number 4, at rvaschools.net. And I'm always happy to help. So feel free to reach out. All right, this has been your Techie tutorial. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.